In a shocking turn of events, the Trump administration is once again at the center of a legal firestorm, this time taking its fight to the highest court in the land. The US Supreme Court has been asked to intervene in a contentious battle over presidential power and the ability to remove key agency heads at will. But what are the deeper implications of this case? How does it shape the ever-evolving landscape of American politics? And what does it mean for the future of executive authority? Buckle up as we break it all down in this special report, The Controversy. At the heart of this legal battle is an unprecedented move by the Trump administration to assert greater control over federal agencies. The administration has officially petitioned the US Supreme Court to overturn a lower court ruling that blocked its attempt to dismiss a top agency official. Supporters argue that this is a necessary step in ensuring that federal agencies align with the president's vision, while opponents fear that such a move could undermine the very foundation of the US government's system of checks and balances. This case has sparked an intense debate over executive authority and whether a sitting president should have unilateral power to remove officials from independent regulatory agencies. Historically, these agencies have been designed to operate without direct political influence, but Trump's legal team is arguing that this structure unfairly limits the president's ability to govern effectively. The stakes couldn't be higher. To fully understand the weight of this legal battle, we need to take a step back and examine the context. The current dispute stems from a long-standing debate over presidential control of federal agencies. Historically, presidents have had the authority to appoint key officials, but their ability to remove them has been limited in certain cases, especially within independent regulatory bodies. The issue took center stage when the Trump administration attempted to remove a high-ranking agency official who refused to step down. Lower courts blocked the dismissal, arguing that the official's role was protected under existing laws designed to insulate regulatory bodies from political interference. Trump's legal team, however, contends that these restrictions place an unfair constraint on the executive branch. Now, the Supreme Court must decide whether such protections are constitutional or if they unfairly restrict a president's ability to manage the government. Legal scholars are divided on the issue, and the Supreme Court's decision could have far-reaching consequences. A ruling in favor of Trump could significantly expand presidential power, allowing future presidents, regardless of party affiliation, to exert greater influence over federal agencies. However, if the court rules against the administration, it could serve as a major reaffirmation of the independence of regulatory bodies and a limitation on executive authority. Beyond the legal realm, this case has enormous political ramifications. The ruling could set a precedent that impacts how future administrations, both Democratic and Republican, interact with federal agencies. Some argue that granting the president more authority would lead to greater efficiency in government operations. Others fear it would open the door to increased political interference in regulatory decisions, potentially undermining public trust in these institutions. As expected, the case has ignited passionate reactions from both sides of the political spectrum. Trump's supporters view this as a necessary correction to what they see as bureaucratic overreach, arguing that unelected officials should not be able to obstruct a president's policy agenda. Meanwhile, critics warn that this move could set a dangerous precedent, allowing future administrations to manipulate regulatory agencies for political gain. The battle is also playing out on social media, where hashtags both in support and opposition of the case are trending. Many Americans are weighing in, with some calling this a bold move to restore presidential authority, while others believe it threatens the very fabric of American democracy. Lawmakers from both parties have also taken strong stances, with some backing the administration's legal arguments and others vowing to fight against what they see as an overreach of power. So what happens next? The Supreme Court is set to review arguments in the coming months, and its decision could fundamentally reshape how the executive branch interacts with regulatory agencies. If the ruling favors Trump, it could pave the way for an era of increased presidential control. If the court upholds the restrictions, it will serve as a defining moment in reinforcing the autonomy of federal institutions. One thing is certain: this case will leave a lasting impact on American governance, regardless of the outcome. As we await the final verdict, we want to hear from you. Should the president have the power to remove agency heads at will, or should regulatory bodies remain independent? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching World Tomorrow. If you found this report insightful, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update on the latest global developments. Stay informed, stay engaged, and we'll see you in the next video.